So, one thing that has happened recently, apart from our harvest of the strawberries, which is going amazingly well, in fact, as in we have, had, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 of the, well, nearly this size plant pots full of strawberries, so we're doing quite well. Now, unfortunately, some things in our allotment are doing better than others. Now, this is a radish. Now, if you look at the top, that's all that was above the surface, and I was expecting usually radishes to be about that big. And it's produced a radish that's sort of like that, so it's white at the bottom, red at the top. And I was not expecting that kind of radish, and I discovered that they were mixed radishes. And some of them, these are not too bad. They are radish-like, but unfortunately the harvest has been ravaged. The leaves of this plant, I don't know if you can see, have loads of little holes in, and there's been all sorts of comments about what might have done that, from ants to a type of bug, and I don't know if that's had an effect on these, because the radishes themselves are much smaller than I thought they would be, and they also taste a little bit woody, if that makes sense. So anyway, like I said, we've got radishes which are like that. But you see, here's another thing. You see, some of the radishes, like this one, has bolted, and it's gone to seed. It's actually flowering. Look how long it is, and yet that tiny little swelling at the bottom, that is the radish. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, okay? I then realised that they were mixed radishes, and we might have even had in this things looking like that. Now, I think that is a type of horseradish. Okay, I am not going to try eating that, just in case. But I think that these mixed radishes, I think there's something, I don't think they're right in terms of the actual radishes themselves. I don't think the seeds were very good. Here's another radish. That's sort of more like what I was expecting. A red ball, really. A decent size, but again, look at what's on top. That's the only thing that was sticking out of the earth. And a plant that big, I was not expecting it to be, done. I don't know whether this one will taste any better. Ugh, no. That one's even worse than the ones before. That's quite a nice looking one. As you can see, I've got hundreds of them, and some of them are just not edible. Look how small that one is. There are some nice ones. I'll try and find you what looks like a decent radish. Shall we look for a decent radish in all of these? In all my radishes, that's a nice radish. I have to say, the other thing is that whilst they taste woody, they do not taste strong at all. Oh, this is the third type of radish that I found. A white radish. Yeah. They're woody, they're not very nice. The whole harvest is, there are very, well, the whole harvest is lost, if you ask me. I mean, that we have the odd one that looks good, but they don't taste like radishes should taste. I'm not sure what's happened to them, to be totally honest with you. I am very disappointed, because the radishes I grew at the plantation the other year were absolutely fantastic, and they were blow your head off radishes. If you bit into them, they were so strong. These are they're woody, they're dry, they're tiny, and some of them are very, very odd shapes and colours. So that is my radish harvest. I've had a fair few sort of radishes, you can see, but they're not really edible. They're not really very nice, and I'm trying it again because it's a successional thing, so thankfully they don't take very long to grow. So I have another set of seeds and we're going to go again, and hopefully I shall take more care, I think, possibly. I mean, that's not a bad radish, is it? Yeah, who am I kidding? Hopefully next time we will... there's still bits of woody radish in my teeth. Hopefully next time we'll do a bit better. Oh, before I go, there were certain other things that happened at the allotment. Like, for example, I like to water with a watering can. I know it takes a long time, but it's a better use of water for a start. It's just nicer. I find it more accurate. The dangers of using a hose, which we have just got, is that if you're not careful, you can damage the foliage and the plants that you're spraying. And the second thing is, when you're dragging around the cable, the sort of hose bit itself, if you're not careful, you can destroy the crops that are quite close to the paths, as happened to my aubergine plant. I had an aubergine plant which was doing quite well until it was beheaded, chopped in half it was, and whilst the stem is starting to grow back, none of the seeds, the aubergine seeds, seem to have worked very well. So I decided that, look, we were running out of time. I needed to redo the patch where the aubergine seeds are planted and haven't done anything. And there we are. That is my aubergine plant. I have 2 aubergine plants now. They are where they should be for this time of year. This is what my aubergine plant might have looked like at the allotment that I planted quite some time ago, had it not been beheaded by the garden hose. So, you know, I'm going to try. I want aubergines, and I have to say there are flowers on here. There are flowers on here, so I hope that will work. Incidentally, one of my friends has given me some Swede seedlings, because, as you know, we're trying to grow Swedes from seeds. Try saying that quickly. Swedes from seeds as well, and, well, we don't seem to do very well. There are 3 ways of doing things, and we do okay with 2 of them. We're okay planting plants, nurturing them to harvest. We're also okay growing at seed from home. What we're not very good at is putting seeds straight into the ground and having much success. And unfortunately, that's what we've done with a few things this year that aren't working too well. But it's a live and learn situation. So, yes, my friend has given me some Swede seedlings that she didn't want, in case my Swedes from seeds don't come up.